live for the Power Chat series and the Hybrid Sport Karate Post Show. Today, for my guest, I have Zion, who got the Power Ring. He won the Power Ring and performed really well, fought really well at this tournament. Zion, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Great. So, for everybody watching, this tournament was held in Georgia this past weekend, and it was hosted by Abaya Williams. Now, Zion, why don't you tell everybody how you did and what made you earn the Power Ring this tournament?
Um, this tournament, I won first place in my junior regular division and my junior open weight division, and that earned me the power ring. And
That's great.
yeah,
And you won. How many people were in the open weight division that you had to get through?
it was about six people.
Nice. And then to win your grands, it wasn't a traditional one match situation for juniors. What did you have to do to win your grands?
I had to fight 2 minute, 2 rounds.
That's 4 minutes of fighting. That's something that the adults are kind of used to. And they have to do 2 rounds on stage anyway, but that means that your endurance was there. How did the fight itself go for you?
The fight went pretty good. I had a pretty decent lead going to the second round, so yeah, I just relaxed the second round.
So, I mean, the person who took grands, you, is also homegrown, comes from Mr. Williams' school. In fact, he set up this Zoom for you.
Yes, ma'am.
How was it to be able to support your instructor, but also come out with two big wins?
It was good because last year I lost last year, so it was good this year to come and win.
Who did you lose to, if you don't mind me asking, last year?
I lost to a kid from Tony Young, I think his name Akil Smith. He beat me.
Yeah, so two great schools right in Georgia that put out sport karate competitors and winners, Warrior Cup winners, things like that. Now, how did you get involved with Mr. Williams' school?
Um, well, he knew my parents. Well, he knew my grandma a while ago, and then it just she took me there, and then just started working from there.
How old were you when you started martial arts?
I started when I was about 7, but then I did like 2 3 years, and I took a long break till I was like 15, and then I'm just not coming back.
What brought you back into sport karate?
Well, it was during COVID, and then I started doing boxing, but then after a while, I seen my sensei, and he started doing kickboxing, so I wanted to do that too, and then I got back to doing point fighting. I had to restart all over again. Didn't know nothing.
So it really was kind of starting from scratch and learning the basics.
Yes, ma'am.
And what was that like?
It was all right. I was tight. I couldn't kick like that. I had to stretch some more. I had to get the fundamentals, and I'm still learning. Still got stuff to work on.
All right, that's interesting. Now, what is your style and what's your degree?
Um, my style is we got like a hybrid style, so it's a mix of kickboxing, a mix of karate, traditional, and my belt level. I'm a purple belt right now, purple and black belt right now.
Okay, cool. And now it seems like you're getting back into the competition scene, but also, succeeding. Where's your next tournament after this?
I'm going to fight this Saturday at the GBK tournament. Yeah, and I'm looking to win that one too.
Awesome. So you said that how old were you when you started martial arts?
I was
7. Okay. And how old are you now?
17.
17. Wow.
I took
So,
I took a long I stopped when I was about 10,
okay.
and then I took a long break, so I was like in the 15.
5 years is a long time, especially in those formative years when your competition around you is just getting into the swing of things, really. So you're 17. That means that next year, the adult division.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on moving up?
Um, my thoughts is pretty good. I'm still working. I feel like I'm getting ready. I'm getting there. And then get a little stronger, a little more experience. I think I'll be ready.
What does your training look like right now, whether it's like in classes or outside of it, at the school? What are you doing to get back into the swing of things?
Um, right now, right now, I'm actually in training camp for. I'm going to the WKU World Championships in October, and then I'm training for that. So we're running, lots of cardio, trying to cut weight. 'Cause I gotta get down to my weight class, and working on technique.
All right. And now what you might have answered this, but you said that during COVID happened and then you decided to step back into the ring. What was the biggest and motivating factor, besides seeing your instructor do kickboxing and transitioning from boxing to do these sport karate tournaments?
Um, well, I was looking back on my mom phone and seeing me fighting as a kid underbelt division. I was like, I feel like I can do it again. And seen some YouTube, and I seen some Raymond Daniels.
Mm.
I ain't know he did kickboxing, and he was using a point fighting style in the kickboxing ring. So that was cool. Seeing my sensei out there. Yeah, when it
What were
comes
you doing in that break, that in between time?
nothing. Playing a little bit of basketball. That's about it.
Okay, so it wasn't like you were doing another sport, saying staying fit or anything. You
Nah,
just kind of took a break.
I was just playing a little bit of basketball, and that's about it. Just going to school.
Okay, all right. And now you're back at it. You won this tournament and your open weight division. What were some of the challenges leading up to this tournament or once you got there? Did you hit any road bumps in competition?
Not in competition. I didn't get any road bumps. I had to make some adjustments. That's about the most.
Okay, what were some of those adjustments? What did that some of those look like?
Just getting off the line, not try not to fight in a straight line. More movement. You know, don't sit. Take off more. Don't wait. Things like that.
Where do you see or envision yourself going as you continue to develop your skills and train? What are your goals or visions?
My goals is to my first goal is to win in October in Wales at the WKU. Try to win gold in my junior division, and after that, I plan on going to the AKAs and compete there.
Will you be in the adult division by then?
I think I will. I
Okay.
think, yeah.
Okay, great. Now, you mentioned Raymond Daniels as someone that you saw, didn't realize his background and how he was using it the way he is now. Do you have any other either role models or people's fighting styles that you hope to emulate or look up to?
Well, as a kid, I watched my sensei. That's the main person I seen jump around in the dojo fighting, and I also watch Kevin Walker. He's down here in my area, so I
Mhm.
see him a lot. And Bailey Murphy, Dan Payne, Cam Dawson, all of them.
Yeah, all familiar names, all talented in their own way. They have their own style. Are you still trying to figure out what Zion's style is and how would you kind of describe it?
My style, I'm still developing my style right now. I still got to learn some more things, practice some more things, work on my technique, all that. So I think my style is coming. My style is coming.
Okay, awesome. And if someone kind of had to describe you as a fighter, what would you say your strengths are?
I think my strength is blitzing, coming off the line.
Where
Um,
did you where would you say you kind of like obviously there's natural talent in there as well, but where would you kind of give credit where credit's due for your blitz?
um, I say my sensei, he one that taught me how to blitz. So whatever he's teaching me made me blitz like this. So yeah.
So speaking of teaching, you're in training camp right now for WKU. What does training camp look like on a day-to-day basis, and how intensive is it?
Um, it's pretty intense. We come in here. I'll do a mile on the treadmill, a mile on the bike. We do lots of rounds, non-stop rounds of sparring.
I think he's frozen just a
Round,
moment. Zion, could you run it back? So after you kind of cut out at nonstop rounds, for me at least.
oh yeah, we do lots of rounds, lots of drilling, different kinds of drill, different varieties of the drills, different ways how to throw the side kick, round kick, how to throw the side hook kick, side, how to blitz, how to set it up, and yeah, a bunch of kicks, things like that.
Okay. Well, you should be thankful for the kicks because that's one of the things you had to work on, right?
Yeah, I do need work on my kicks.
And so, how many people from your school are going to WKU?
3.
Okay, so you have nice training partners to motivate you. How are you excited for this upcoming tournament in October?
Yes, I'm really excited. You know, I made the tryout, so I just want to go down there and win, show my talent.
Great. Now let's circle back to this tournament that happened this past weekend, the hybrid sport karate tournament in Georgia. You mentioned there were 6 people in your division. Overall, how was the competition across the other divisions there?
The competition was good. Um, the competition was good. You talking about like in my division? You talking about the men's too?
The men's, the women's, all of it, even the underbelts and the younger guys.
Oh yeah. I watched I watched the men's. The men's. I know Kevin Walker won, and Kevin Walker and Sergio won the men's teams. And it was a lot of good fights. A lot of good fights. Yeah, and then the underbelts had a lot of students from our school fight for their first time, and they fought pretty good. And I helped coach a little bit, so
Oh, very nice. You got to give back a little. All right. Well, so my last question for you on the Power Chat series is, um, what what is your favorite thing about sport karate?
my favorite thing is the tournaments. Um, I like the I like the energy of the tournaments. I like different paces, different styles, and I like winning. So
Well, you were able to come back from last year's learning moment at this tournament, win this year, and hopefully do the same at next year's.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Zion, for coming on to the Power Chat series for this post show, who happened to also be your instructor's tournament. I'm sure he's proud of you to be able to take home that win and also speak highly of his event. Like I said in previous shows, if it's a Point Fighter Live approved event, that means it's a good one. So, overall, would you say it was a good tournament?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah,
Okay.
pretty good.
Great. All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching the Power Chat series, tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your night and enjoyed this show with Zion.